This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, where your savings are in your control. Get 20% off your whole project with additional savings as well, like the $500 off each entry or patio door you get, or the up to $250 off you get each window when you buy 10 or more. That's at $0 down, 0 payments, and no interest for 18 months. Drop by renewalbyandersen.com for more information. Schools won't be required to adopt the science of reading next year. Meanwhile, there's new protections for homeowners against we buy houses wholesalers. There's an end in sight for a drought in the central part of the state, and a Lego to Beaver Stadium. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. The quote, science of reading, unquote, is basically the idea that many kids need systematic, explicit instruction in order to learn how to read, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. And while there was legislation, which many parents and advocates vied for in the wake of students' deplorable reading scores, that would have made curricula following this science a requirement for Pennsylvania schools to adopt in the 2025-26 school year, it didn't make it through the budget that was passed last week. This, according to sponsor Representative Jason Ortitai, was because the proposal required changes that would have cost about $67.5 million. Now state lawmakers will have to wait until next year's budget cycle at the chance for anything to happen. Should it have passed, the bill would have required schools to use quote-unquote evidence-based reading curricula to train teachers in structured literacy that emphasizes instruction in skills like phonics, and to screen all kids from kindergarten to 3rd grade for any reading deficiencies. A new law offers protection for homeowners against predatory real estate intermediaries known as wholesalers, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. You know, the guys who put up those we buy houses signs and try to solicit homeowners to sell in other ways like texts or calls or by physically dropping by. The ones who try to maximize profits by looking for owners who don't know their home's value so that they sign away their properties for a lot less than they would get for them on the open market. The law will actually expand protections that are already in place in Philadelphia and includes measures such as requiring wholesalers to have real estate licenses, which then means they'll have to follow rules that regulate licensees. That also means that consumers can go to the state's real estate commission if they have any problems. The state's central region is experiencing a drought at the moment, states PennLive, but there is an end in sight. The National Weather Service has forecasted that this week's weather will provide an ample amount of rain to offset the drought. There's a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight and an up to 70% chance Wednesday through Thursday. A Lego Beaver Stadium will be unveiled at the Penn State All-Sports Museum this Saturday, says CBS Local Philadelphia. This Lego version of the stadium comes courtesy of Penn State grad Garrett Gorley, an industrial engineering major who was able to do this thanks to a $2,500 donation made to the museum, who first created a 3D model of the building before spending almost 100 hours building it out of the iconic blocks. The Lego Stadium will be on display in the museum's lobby permanently. And that's it for today. For even more Pennsylvania news and beyond, visit PennLive.com. And please don't forget to rate this podcast wherever you may listen to it, and to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com with any thoughts you may have. Thanks ahead of time, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and we'll talk tomorrow during more Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, where your savings are in your control. Get 20% off your whole project with additional savings as well, like the $500 off each entry or patio door you get, or the up to $250 off you get each window when you buy 10 or more. That's at $0 down, 0 payments, and no interest for 18 months. Drop by renewalbyandersen.com for more information.